Do cheat meals work? The truth about weight loss and cheat days. Do cheat meals actually help you lose weight? Or are they just diet culture, wearing sweatpants and lying to your face? Because let's be honest, a lot of people treat one burger and fries like they committed a federal crime against their ABS. But here's the truth. One indulgent meal does not ruin your progress. And for some people, planned breaks from strict dieting may actually make it easier to stay consistent. The problem is that cheat meals have been hyped up like some magical metabolism hack. They're not. In this video, we are breaking down what the research really says about cheat meals, cravings, overeating, fasting after a big meal, and whether taking a break from your diet can actually help you stay on track. And yes, we will also cover why punishing yourself after one big meal is usually a terrible idea. Let's get into it. First, let's clear up the language. We do not love the term cheat meal because it makes food sound like a moral issue. Grilled chicken becomes virtuous, and a slice of cheesecake suddenly signals that you have gone off the rails and must report to diet jail. That mindset is not helping. Major guidance on heart health emphasizes that healthy eating is about your overall pattern over time, not one meal. The American Heart Association explicitly frames healthy eating as something that should include joy, flexibility, and habits you can actually maintain. That matters because the more rigid and all or nothing your mindset gets, the easier it is to spiral. You eat one off-plan meal, then you feel guilt, then you decide the day's ruined, then suddenly your one treat turns into a full weekend of chaos and regret. That is not a metabolism problem, that is a psychology problem. So, right out of the gate, here is the better framing. A so-called cheat meal is just an indulgent meal, a planned higher calorie meal, a social meal, a fun meal, a meal where you eat nachos like a grown adult and move on with your life. Now for the real question, do cheat meals work? The honest answer is sometimes, but mostly because they may help with adherence, not because they trigger some magical fat-burning superpower. Researchers study what they call planned hedonic deviations. That is a formal way of saying you take a planned break to eat something enjoyable. Studies in self-regulation suggest that planned indulgences can support motivation, improve mood, and help long-term goal pursuit better than trying to white-knuckle perfect behavior forever. And when researchers have looked at intermittent dieting or diet breaks more broadly, the results are generally this. Weight loss is usually similar to continuous dieting when calories average out over time, and in some cases, diet breaks may help preserve adherence, body composition outcomes, or reduce the mental drag of constant restriction. Translation? If having a planned burger night every week helps you stay sane and stick to your nutrition plan the other 6 days, that can absolutely be useful. But if your cheat meal turns into a 5,000 calorie demolition derby of, I earned this every Saturday, that is probably not helping much. So the benefit is not that cheat meals somehow melt fat. The benefit is that flexibility is often easier to sustain than perfection. And sustainable usually beats extreme. One big meal can make the scale jump the next day, but that does not automatically mean you gained meaningful body fat overnight. A lot of that short-term increase is often food volume, water retention, and glycogen changes, especially if the meal was higher in carbohydrates and sodium. What matters more is your pattern across days and weeks. Again, the big public health message is the same. Your health and weight outcomes are shaped by your overall eating pattern, not one dinner out, one birthday cake, or one night where you absolutely dominated the breadbasket. So, no, one indulgent meal did not erase your progress. Please stop acting like pancakes have sniper capabilities. This is where a lot of people make things worse. They overeat, panic, and then try to undo the damage by fasting hard the next day. That sounds disciplined. It usually is not. Research reviews on intermittent versus continuous energy restriction show that fasting is not inherently superior for weight loss when calories are matched. Prolonged fasting can eventually lower resting energy expenditure rather than turning your metabolism into a bonfire. More importantly, the cycle of punishing yourself can mess with your relationship with food. Overeat, restrict hard, crave everything. Overeat again. Repeat. That loop is exhausting. A much better move after a big meal is incredibly boring, which is exactly why it works. Go back to normal, eat your usual meals, get some protein, get some fiber, drink water, move your body, carry on like a stable adult, not a raccoon in a diet app. So, do cheat meals work? Here is the real answer. They can work psychologically if they help you stay consistent. They do not work because they magically boost fat loss. One indulgent meal does not ruin your progress. And starving yourself afterward is usually a bad trade. The best diet is not the one that looks the cleanest on paper. It is the one you can actually follow without losing your mind. So eat well most of the time. Enjoy some flexibility. Stop moralizing food. And after a bigger meal, just get back to normal. Because better health is not built on perfection. It is built on consistency. If you enjoy science-backed health content without the fluff, subscribe and turn on notifications. Check out the next video for more evidence-based tips on fat loss, nutrition, and living healthier for longer. And remember, when it comes to diet and exercise, there are no gimmicks, just results.